Welcome back to the channel, and today we need to discuss something absolutely game breaking that EA is going to need to fix in the next patch, and that is going to have to deal with your off-season routine and when you go to change player positions, when you bring new guys in, or the guys that you already have on your roster. If you want to change them from, let's say, left guard or right guard, you're going to need to double think that, because there is a massive game breaking issue right now in the game when you do that. So let's go ahead and get a look at here when we get to the offseason in our Dynasty. And here we are in the offseason. You can see that we have a chance to change the position of our players. And typically how this worked last season is you would just go in, it would pop you up, and you could change to any of these number of positions, and there wouldn't really be a problem. Obviously, your overalls would change depending on where your player came from. If it was something similar like a linebacker or an outside linebacker to a Mike linebacker or defensive end, the overalls would stay pretty much the same. The archetype might change if you change them too much, but everything in general would stay the same. You wouldn't really see many issues. But the issue we're seeing this year, and this is also pointed out by user Jerry Rice 88 over on Reddit. I saw it on Bordeaux's Twitter page today, and I just wanted to get the video out as soon as possible for you guys, because I know this is going to be some issues when you all are getting through your dynasties on launch night, and it's going to be causing some confusion when you get into it. But you can see here, right? Curtis Perry. He has a ton of different caps, but power only has 2, run stopping has 5, power moves have 4. So we're just going to focus on those 3. And the issue arises when you're actually going to change this player to a different position. So he's a defensive tackle. Let's go in here and actually manually change him into some other position. And the second thing to point out is when you actually go look at a player card to look at their abilities, it locks you out of actually changing the position. So that's a second thing in this video that EA needs to fix. So if that does happen, you just back out real quick and then jump back in. It's really, really annoying, especially if you're going in and looking at each and every player. But at least for now, you're not really going to be doing that much, because you don't want this issue to happen where you're seeing limited caps or more caps added to a player because they changed. So remember, they had a few on speed rushing, a few on power and stuff like that. And we're going to change him just to the left edge. So a similar position to defensive tackle, nothing too crazy. The overalls didn't change. As you can see, he was a 78 before, he's a 78 now, or he was a 79 overall on the sheet. So the overalls didn't change very much. But when you go into ratings, you can see now on power moves, he has a ton. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 caps on power moves. He has 6 now on just power, and I'm sure the other ones changed as well. We were only focusing on the top 3. I think finesse moves was added 1 as well. So even just then, he went from what, 4 or 5 power move caps all the way up to 10. And this is a big issue you're going to see. And so if you had an issue where you're like, oh crap, I noticed this and I want to change it back, again, you have to back out of the menu when you look at their caps and say you wanted to change it back. So we're going to change Perry back to defensive tackle, right? Because we were like, oh man, we messed up. Let's go ahead and change it back. So his overall drops. And then you look at his ratings again, and his ratings stayed relatively the same, except for the fact that power moves is now a lot lower. Power up top is back to what it originally was, but run stopping is also down. And so this is the real big issue when you're doing it this offseason. So the current advice so far is just to not change players' positions during the offseason. Just don't do it. Ignore it completely. And last season, we were able to actually edit players towards the end of the year. So I thought, hey, why not go there and try that, right? We're going to go into and edit this player. Maybe we can change the position there and it won't edit the skill caps and you won't see a reduction. But the issue is you're not even able to edit fake players that come in as freshmen to be different positions unless it's the offseason during that position change portal. So the good rule of thumb right now is just to leave it alone, which is really, really unfortunate, especially if you have a guy that you think is going to be really, really good, or if you have an athlete player that you thought you were going to put at a different position. It's going to function differently this season until they put in a patch. So just want to keep you all up to date when you're getting to your dynasties tonight and for the next week. Just be wary. Do not change your player's position during that off-season time. You're just going to stomach it out until EA releases the patch. But with that, I hope I keep you all informed. Let me know in the comments if y'all had this issue already. And if you have, I really do apologize, because it is really unfortunate that you just see a ton of caps that get put into place because you change the position player from, left end to right end or something like that. It was meant to be used for keeping players from doing from, running back to middle linebacker where they've never played in their career before. And understandably so, that would be fine in that aspect. But in this aspect where you're just changing a position from the left or the right side of the line, it becomes very frustrating. So with that, that's all we got today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed. And if you got any usefulness out of this, leave a like down below and hit the subscription button. It helps the channel grow, and I'd really appreciate it. But anyways, I'll catch you on the next one, and happy launch day for all us college football fans.